Breaking news coming in. The Class 12 examinations have been cancelled. Class 12 examinations have been cancelled first. Republic TV getting the breaking news first. Just getting in breaking news that the CBSE Class 12 examinations have been cancelled. Getting in the full details. In fact, I have it with me. That's the confirmation coming in. That's the confirmation. Class 12 results have been cancelled. CBSE Class 12 exams have been cancelled. Class 12 results will be made as per a well-defined objective criteria in a time-bound manner. Decision on the Class 12 CBSE exams has been taken in the interest of students. The Prime Minister quoting it. The Prime Minister saying that the decision on Class 12 CBSE exams has been taken in the interest of students. The Prime Minister saying health and safety of our students is of utmost importance and there would be no compromise on this aspect. Prime Minister saying anxiety among students, parents and teachers which must be put to an end. The Prime Minister saying students should not be forced to appear for exams in such a stress situation. The Prime Minister saying that all stakeholders need to show sensitivity for students. It is a big breaking news update. Abhishek Kapoor is live. We'll get all our panelists live. We will get some students live and we'll open up the phone lines on this big breaking story on Republic TV. Abhishek, it's a big decision. The Prime Minister himself taking stock and deciding that it needs to be called off.
Well, absolutely. In fact, Niranjan, this decision has been taken, as the Prime Minister says, keeping health and safety of the students in mind, and that it is important that absolutely no compromise is made so far as safety, security and COVID protocols are concerned. That's why it has been decided that Class 12 exams be cancelled for this year, and the CBSE would be issuing guidelines, whatever, What is important is, Niranjan, that it gives you a measure of the importance that has been given by the government, that the Prime Minister sat with all his top cabinet members, It included Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who incidentally earned his effort as the Education Minister in UP in early 90s. It had Home Minister Amit Shah, it had Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, it had the Cabinet Committee on Security, it had Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani, it had Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar, it had Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, and of course Commerce and Railways Minister Piyush Goyal. So it really underscores the importance that has been given by this government, by Prime Minister Modi himself, to arrive at this decision, having consulted with all stakeholders. Essentially, a release from the Prime Minister's office says that the Prime Minister said that the decision on Class 12 CBSE exam has been taken in the interest of the students, and the Prime Minister also commented during the meeting that COVID-19 has affected the academic calendar and the issue of board exams has been causing immense anxiety. It is now time that with this decision, all the anxieties and the stresses are brought to rest.
Yeah, Abhishek, a lot of people asking what next. A lot of people only asking what is next, what happens to them now? What happens to their examinations? Stay with me. Anubha Srivastava is joining us on the phone line. Anubha, this is big. This is big because the Class 12 examinations have been cancelled. It is a big decision. The Prime Minister has said that, it has been taken in the interest of students. Health and safety is of utmost importance and that you can't take a chance on that. And I think that's something that many students have been asking for. They wanted a cancellation of exams. Anubha.
Yeah, it's a very big news, very good news, and I welcome this move by Honorable Central Government and our Modi our PM. And I am literally having goosebumps because we have been pleading government for not conducting exams in offline mode. You conduct it in other modes, maybe online, or there are several other modes of assessment. So it's a very big news, and we are really happy. Students are sending me messages that exams are cancelled. They are not able to believe only because so many speculations have been there that exams will be conducted in 2 modes or 3 modes. There were many doubts. So students were very much stressed out. Apart from students, teachers, community, even parents were very much confused. So, and very much under stress. So it's a very big news and very good news. And I really appreciate the stand taken up by the central government. And I hope other state governments should also follow. We have also moved the Supreme Court today on behalf of many state board students to have a uniform policy for all the students across India.
Well, stay with me, Anubha, because I'm reading from the press release. Now, Students want to know what next. I have some details. Republic TV has blueprint of what next. Now, we have been told that students, stakeholders, it has been also decided that like last year, in case some students desire to take the exams, such an option would be provided to them by the CBSE as and when the situation becomes conducive. So we're also hearing that as far as the process of okay, first reactions coming in. Anubha, stay with me. First reactions coming in. Arvind Kejriwal tweeting saying that he's glad that class 12 examinations have been cancelled. All of us were very, very worried about the health of our children. A big relief. Sources, this is big. Sources saying CBSE to devise objective method to give the results. Objective method, huge. Okay, this is the information we'll put up on the screens as well. Sources saying CBSE will devise objective method to give the results. Sources saying average of last 3 internal exams. Big breaking news story on Republic TV. If you're wondering, if you're a student, you're wondering what happens to you, you have 3 options in front of you. 3 options. 3 options. Now we are being told, sources telling us that CBSE will devise objective method to give results. Objective method to give results. Average of last 3 internal examinations. Average of last 3 internal examinations. And we're also hearing that those who want to still go ahead and give the examination, CBSE can arrange only as and when situation gets conducive. This is big breaking news update. Anubha, your options, your view on that, on the objective method. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Why not? Even last year they have conducted the internal assessment of students on the based on their past performance and whatever exams they have appeared for pre-board and other marks also. So the same can be done even for this year also. And this year is very difficult time for all the students. Mentally they are stressed out, and such kind of decision is really going to help, I think, 95% of students. Because a survey which we have conducted recently, in that survey around 82% students were in favor of internal assessment, around 13 to 14% students were in favor of offline, and hardly 3% students were in favor of offline exams. Rest were in favor of online and internal assessment. So it's a big news, and I really congratulate all the students and teachers for raising voice for all the students and parents and teachers community, and really thankful to central government and Modi ji for taking such bold decisions during such uncertain times. And it will give a big relief to students. I'm really happy.
Okay.
With this decision.
Yeah, Abhishek, are you there? Abhishek, let me see if Abhishek is still with me on the phone line. Abhishek, are you there? Okay, we'll go across to Abhishek and we'll get some reactions of students as well. Students, and I think some reactions of students are coming in. Let's listen into the students, what they have to say.
सीएम जो मीटिंग हुई थी इसमें जो डिसीजन आया है वो वैसे हेल्थ को लेकर अगर देखा जाए, और ये जो चल रहा है पेंडेमिक, इसकी वजह से तो बच्चों को बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्या बोलते हैं, दोबारा से कर देना, ये पेंडेमिक की वजह से बच्चों को बहुत ही डेंजर हो चुका है, क्योंकि ये अगर बच्चे एग्ज़ाम देंगे तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा वो रहेगा कि ऐसे मतलब कोरोना तो बढ़ गया है, इसकी वजह से वो रहेगा, तो ये एग्ज़ाम जो कैंसिल हो गए तो ये सही हुआ है अभी मेरे हिसाब से। तो
आपके अनुसार ठीक है?
हाँ, ये बिल्कुल ठीक है।
आपका नाम क्या है?
My name is Dhruv. I am in class 12.
Going across to Abhishek, also live with us. Suesha is also with us on the broadcast. Abhishek, we'll try and get you live, Abhishek. We'll try and get you live because we're non-stop on this story now until 9 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock as well, we'll take the views of students because 1.2 million students are directly impacted. Let me go across to Abhishek. Abhishek, you were talking about the 3 options. What are the 3 options, Abhishek? The 2 or 3 options the students have with them.
Well, Niranjan, for one, of course, the exams stand cancelled. Now the option so far as judging them or giving them marks or qualifying them is concerned, yes. One option is that an averaging of 3 last internal exams be done. But there are doubts whether every school across the country affiliated to the CBSE has conducted 3 internal exams. Typically what happens is there is a trimester system. So you take those 3 exams, do an averaging of that, and then let the student pass. this works out to be the most probable formula, is what we are being told by our sources in the education ministry. And then the other possibility is that you let the students pass based on these internal exams. Plus, if there are some students who still want to give exams, then once the second wave abates completely, the CBSE would devise a method by which some modicum of exams, like some important subjects, and based on MCQs, exam process reduced, the exam time and the content reduced by half, in the sense that instead of 3-hour full-fledged essay type exam, you will have 1.5 hours of MCQs, which is multiple choice questions. And then those students who are desirous of giving some kind of qualificatory exam, they could be given that exam, and that is possible maybe 3 or 4 months down the line, after having seen that there is no third wave coming, and then the COVID wave, second wave has really gone, and we are in control of the situation. So that is another possibility. But then this is in the future. As of now, there is nothing to be done, because the feedback from across the states, and the Prime Minister, remember, Niranjan, I was making this point earlier, sat through this meeting with his entire top cabinet. It included Finance Minister, Home Minister, Defense Minister, Women and Child Minister, Information and Broadcasting Minister, Petroleum Minister, essentially showing the heft that the government put in behind this decision. Not just that, but also the seriousness with which the government really took. Imagine the Prime Minister of the country takes 2 meetings amid the raging pandemic on CBSE board exams for class 12, and at every stage he has been involved in this, apprised himself of the developments, has been taking updates from the ministry and the bureaucrats, and taking feedback directly, in fact, we are told, from schools and some parent bodies and parent associations. So essentially, this is a decision that has been arrived at after engaging with every stakeholder. On the instructions of the Prime Minister, the Education Minister took a meeting of all education ministers of states across the country. That was on 23rd or 24th, I believe. And then by 25th, they were asked to give written feedback and representations. And while every state said that they don't want most of the states said they don't want exams, there were many which said that the situation in their states is not as bad and they can think of exams. The CBSE itself, the board which conducts these exams, was of the view that there is already a break of last year that has happened, so we can try to give exams, because their institutional view was that these exams provide an important life skill or soft skill in terms of tackling stress, in terms of time management, and it's important that the students go through that process. So Prime Minister's overall objective, of course, was safety and security of students during these times, and that's why his broad guideline all through the consultation was, whatever decision is arrived at, make sure that students at no cost suffer because of the situation. And that's why he took it upon himself, took this meeting. We are seeing the pictures of the Prime Minister having engaged with
Yes.
with everyone, and the pictures are now with us.